The following is a class given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on May 24th, 2013 in Sridham, Mayapur, India. The morning Srimad Bhagavatam class was given on the occasion of Sri Nrsimha Caturdasi and was given in the English language.
Jai Nrsimha ki Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki. How Prahlad Maharaj learned Narad Muni trained the wife of Hiranyakashipu. At that time, Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of his mother. So this teaches us.
At that time, Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of his mother.
So we can learn from this
how
in the final months of pregnancy,
that
embryo can hear,
the embryo can hear,
and the parents can read Bhagavatam,
and the parents can read Bhagavatam
and Bhagavad Gita. So this way, he can be born with his Bhakti Shastri.
He can be born with the Bhakti Shastri.
Or natural knowledge. Or the natural knowledge.
Or the natural knowledge.
So, each day of Brahma, there is a new creation.
There is a new creation.
It's his daily activity.
It is his daily activity
to create the universe.
To create the universe.
So, that means that every day.
That means that every day.
It's a blank.
It's a blank.
For all people.
For all people.
And therefore,
the coming of Nrsimha Dev
is something unexpected that day.
Is something unexpected that day.
That's why Hiranyakashipu can ask for the benediction.
That's why Hiranyakashipu can ask for the benediction.
That he won't be killed by a man or an animal.
That he won't be killed by man or animal.
He didn't think there could be a half man, half animal.
He did not think there could be a half man, half animal.
Every Leela of Lord Krishna is something unique.
Every Leela of Lord Krishna is something unique.
Either he has similar pastimes.
Even he has similar pastimes.
There's always some details which are different.
There are always some details which are different.
So in the same case of Hiranyakashipu.
So in the case of Hiranyakashipu,
in Bhagavatam, it mentions how he did tapasya to please Brahma.
In Bhagavatam, it mentions how he did tapasya to please Brahma.
That he came out of a pillar.
He came out of a pillar.
To show that he was everywhere.
To show that he was everywhere.
But in the Padma
Purana,
it tells about a different day of Brahma.
It tells about a different day of Brahma.
And there, Hiranyakashipu worshipped Lord Shiva.
And there Hiranyakashipu worshipped Lord Shiva.
And he got similar benedictions.
And he got similar benedictions.
And similar powers.
And similar powers.
But there he requested Prahlad, okay, if you don't accept me as God.
But there he requested Prahlad, okay, if you don't accept me as God,
at least accept Lord Shiva.
At least accept Lord Shiva.
Prahlad, nothing doing, only Vishnu.
Prahlad, nothing doing, only Vishnu.
Vishnu is the supreme.
Vishnu is the supreme.
He is the source of power for Brahma, Shiva, you, everybody.
He's the source of power for Brahma, Shiva, you, everybody.
So there are different pastimes.
So there are different pastimes.
And each one has got some unique differences.
Each one has got some unique difference.
Similarly, if we are part of the Leela of Lord Chaitanya or Lord Krishna,
similarly, we are part of the Leela. If we are part of the Leela of Lord Chaitanya,
then we would have some particular part to play.
We would have some particular part to play.
And the pastime may be slightly different.
And the pastime may be slightly different.
But the personalities are the same.
But the personalities are the same.
I mean, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, Advaita.
Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas,
Hari Gaur Bhaktivinoda.
Hari Gaur Bhaktivinoda.
So we're in the Gaur Bhaktivinoda.
So we would be in the Gaur Bhaktivinoda.
And how much great opportunity we have.
How much great opportunity we have.
Now to serve Srila Prabhupada.
Now to serve Srila Prabhupada.
And be part of the extended pastime of Lord Chaitanya.
To be part of the extended pastimes of Lord Chaitanya.
Anyway, on this Nrsimha Dev, in the previous pastime,
this Nrsimha Dev in the previous pastime,
one pastime, Prahlad was attacked by all kinds of weapons.
In one pastime, Prahlad was attacked by all kinds of weapons. Spears, swords, arrows, tridents,
all kinds of weapons.
All kinds of weapons.
As soon as the weapon would touch him,
as soon as the weapons would touch him,
they would turn into blue lotus.
They would turn into blue lotuses.
So he was covered with blue lotus.
He was covered with blue lotuses.
So that was one pastime.
That was one pastime.
Another pastime. Hiranyakashipu constructed a large, super large auditorium.
In one pastime, Hiranyakashipu constructed a super large auditorium.
I mean, 50 kilometers by 100 kilometers.
50 kilometers by 100 kilometers.
And on one side, he had a huge throne.
On one side, he had a huge throne.
People would worship him.
And people would worship him.
Where am I?
Where am I?
And those who went inside that auditorium,
And those who went inside that auditorium,
they would not feel the hunger,
they would not feel hunger, pain,
all blissfully there, all bliss,
all bliss
material happiness.
of material happiness.
And people would have plenty to eat.
And people would have plenty to eat.
They do Haranakashipu Kirtan.
They would do Hiranyakashipu Kirtan.
Haranakashipu, Haranakashipu, I love you. And then Hiranyakashipu, he told Prahlad,
Hiranyakashipu told Prahlad,
all right, I give you till sunset, till 6 o'clock.
all right, I'll give you till sunset, till 6 o'clock.
If your God doesn't show up,
If your God does not show up,
I'll kill myself.
I will kill
myself.
I will kill myself.
I will kill you myself.
I'll kill you and myself.
No. I will kill you myself.
I will kill you myself.
He didn't talk about killing himself. And just before 6, Nrsimha Dev, he came in the surrounding city.
At about 6 o'clock, Nrsimhadev came in the surrounding city.
And he was walking over the street.
He was walking over the street.
And
people were looking.
What's this?
What is this?
What's this? Oh. They ran and hid.
They ran and hid.
Then Nrsimhadev entered the stadium, the auditorium.
Then Lord Nrsimhadev entered the auditorium.
He took a big form.
He took a big form.
And he was flying. He was flying.
He was flying.
And he was visible by Hiranyakashipu.
He was visible by Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakashipu said, what is this?
And Hiranyakashipu said, what is this?
Not a man, not an animal.
Not a man, not an animal.
Anyway, no beasts allowed here.
Anyway, no beasts are allowed here.
So now the Air Force, you go there, tell them, get down, no beasts allowed.
He sent the Air Force to go there and tell him to get down.
Get out.
Get out.
And if he doesn't get out, shoot him down.
Shoot him down. If he doesn't get out, shoot him down.
So the
The Air
Air Force went.
Force went.
They told Nrsimhadev to get out.
They told Nrsimhadev to get out.
And he laughed.
He laughed.
Usually we all laugh together.
Usually we all laugh together.
You can't equal Nrsimhadev we have thought. So then they started to shoot missiles at him.
Then they started to shoot missiles at him.
Suddenly, his whiskers of his face
Nrsimhadev's whiskers on his face
and his hair
came out.
And as soon as they touched the planes,
As soon as it touched the plains,
they were fried
and
came down as ashes. And then Hiranyakashipu started to send his ballistic missiles.
Then Hiranyakashipu started to send his ballistic missiles.
And they would catch.
Nrsimhadev would catch them
and
throw them down.
They would burst on the ground. They would burst on the ground.
They would burst on the ground.
Like this, all his air force, all his missiles were used up.
Like this, all of his air force, all of his missiles were used up.
Then finally, Hiranyakashipu, he came out to fight Nrsimhadev.
Then finally, Hiranyakashipu, he came out to fight Nrsimhadev.
And they were fighting in the air.
They were fighting in the air.
And that was a whole spectacle.
There was a whole spectacle.
How the Russians and tried to get Nrsimhadev. Hiranyakashipu rushed in. He tried to get Nrsimhadev.
Oh, Hiranyakashipu would rush in to try to get Nrsimhadev.
But Nrsimhadev simply pushed him off.
Nrsimhadev simply pushed him out.
So then, just at sunset, Nrsimhadev sat on that large throne of Hiranyakashipu.
Nrsimhadev sat on the large throne of Hiranyakashipu.
He picked up Hiranyakashipu.
He picked up Hiranyakashipu.
But really little bug.
Was like a weeny little bug. Wiggling little bug.
Put on his lap.
And put him on his lap. Finished.
Nrsimhadev ki Narahari Nam Kirtan ki. So we know that in Vrindavan.
We know that in Vrindavan,
Vrinda Devi Tulsi, she is in charge of the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
She is in charge of the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
When some demon will come, or some angry person, she spices up the leelas.
She spices up the leelas.
So Krishna, he has nothing to gain
Krishna, he has nothing to gain.
So he enjoys transcendental pastimes.
So he enjoys transcendental pastimes.
And the highest blessing of life
The highest blessing of life
is to be part of those pastimes.
is to be part of those pastimes.
When I have unlimited spiritual bliss.
And have unlimited spiritual bliss.
When Krishna sees you're happy, he's happy.
When Krishna sees you're happy, he is happy.
When you see he's happy, you're happier.
And when you see he is happy, you are happier.
This is because we are part of Krishna.
This is because we are part of Krishna.
We want that kind of relationship, but it doesn't exist in this material world.
We want that kind of relationship, but it does not exist in this material world.
But it exists between us and Lord Krishna.
But it exists between us and Lord Krishna.
So he comes as Nrsimha Dev
So he comes as Nrsimha Dev
on this auspicious tithi.
on this auspicious tithi.
We're reading how one can get so many benedictions.
We are reading how one can get so many benedictions
From Lord
from Lord
Nrsimha Dev.
Nrsimha Dev.
In the Sanatana Goswami's Hari Bhakti Vilas,
In Sanatana Goswami's Hari Bhakti Vilas,
there's the whole section dedicated to the Nrsimha Caturdasi.
there is a whole section dedicated to the Nrsimha Caturdasi.
So, this day, on the end of the Vaishak month,
This day, on the end of the Vaishak month,
the Madhusudan month,
the Madhusudan month
has so many benedictions.
has so many benedictions.
It says in the Shastra that
It says in the Shastra that
there was a boy
there was a boy
who was attached to a prostitute,
who was attached to a prostitute.
and he went to the house of the prostitute
He went to the house of the prostitute
regularly.
regularly.
One day he went
One day he went.
and they had a fight,
They had a fight,
argument,
argument.
and the whole day, the whole night, he was arguing.
And the whole day, the whole night, he was arguing.
And that day happened to be Nrsimha Caturdasi.
That day happened to be Nrsimha Caturdasi.
So
Unaware,
he observed the total fast
he observed the total fast
on Nrsimha Caturdasi.
on Nrsimha Caturdasi.
And then until he was out the whole night, he was awake
He was awake
the whole night,
the whole day, night,
arguing. But somehow he fasted and he observed vigil.
Somehow he passed it and he observed the vigil.
And then in the next morning,
And the next morning,
he woke his, he had something to eat.
he had something to eat. Paron.
So because of that,
So because of that,
he got extreme blessings,
he got extreme blessings.
and he was able to be part of the Lord's pastime.
He was able to be part of the Lord's pastimes.
So what to speak of the devotees who consciously try to engage in devotional service.
So what to speak of devotees who consciously try to engage in devotional service
On this holy day.
on this holy day?
So we want to wish all of you all the success.
We want to wish all of you all the success
To be Krishna conscious and achieve your goal of life.
to be Krishna conscious and to achieve the goal of life.
In the this Hiranyakashipu, he taught a big lesson
Hiranyakashipu taught a big lesson
to all the residents of the celestial planets,
to all the residents of the celestial planets,
because they were helpless before him,
because they were helpless before him.
and they all had to surrender and pray for the help of Lord Vishnu.
And they all had to surrender and pray for the help of Lord Vishnu.
Sometimes these angels or devas, they forget that their powers come from the Supreme Lord.
Sometimes these angels or devas forget that their powers come from the Supreme Lord.
And you got a wake-up call. And there's some big demon like Hiranyakashipu
And they get a wake-up call from some big demon like Hiranyakashipu
or Ravana.
or Ravana.
That we have to surrender to Vishnu.
We have to surrender to Vishnu.
So, on this day, to remember how Krishna promises that he will always protect his devotee.
On this day, we remember how Krishna promises that he will always protect his devotee.
And how Prahlad, who was a preacher, he was protected by Lord Krishna.
And how Prahlad, who was a preacher, he was protected by Lord Krishna.
So we should also fearlessly propagate the message of Lord Chaitanya.
So we should also fearlessly propagate the message of Lord Chaitanya.
And we can be assured that Krishna will protect us.
We can be reassured that Krishna will protect us.
He comes as Nrsimha. He comes
as Nrsimha Dev,
and he protects his devotee.
and he protects his devotee.
I know. Are there any questions?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
So, that if somebody is fasting, like Prahlad Maharaj previously, like he was. So, if somebody is breaking fast with water or somebody is eating prasadam, so what result will be there for them? What result will get? Like Prahlad Maharaj was fasting totally fast, day and night. But, yes. So what will be, if somebody cannot, bodily or somebody, some circumstances cannot?
You see, ladies who are pregnant or nursing,
ladies who are pregnant or nursing,
they don't have to fast.
they don't have to fast.
If someone has some medical condition
If someone has some medical condition
where the doctor says they have to eat,
where the doctor says they have to eat,
then they could eat something.
they can eat something.
Generally, Prabhupada said if someone was cooking or something and they got dizzy,
Generally, Prabhupada said if someone was cooking or something and he got dizzy,
they could take fruit.
they could take fruit.
So we're not fanatic,
We are not fanatic,
but in general, if we can,
but in general, if we can,
try to fast.
try to fast.
If you accidentally eat,
If you accidentally eat,
you should pray to Vishnu,
you should pray to Krishna
that it was a mistake,
it was a mistake,
and you should observe fast the rest of the time.
and you should observe a fast for the rest of the time.
In the Caturdasi,
On Ekadasi,
if we break,
if we break,
I personally heard Prabhupada say
I personally heard Prabhupada say,
we should observe Caturdasi.
we should observe on the Trayodasi.
But some devotees heard
But some devotees heard
Dwadasi.
Dwadasi.
Anyway, make it up someday later.
Anyway, you can make it up someday later.
Okay, time for Nrsimha Arati.
Time for Nrsimha Arati.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,